What's up, everybody? It's KB the Dragon, and the Titans are finally up for their Ager Scepter build. And if you haven't checked out the last two videos for the Hunter and the Warlock builds, check them out after this video. The links will be in the description below. And if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe for more Destiny content like build videos, weapon reviews, and more. But I'm not going to hold you up. The Titans have waited long enough, so let's dive right into the subclass setup. For the Titan subclass, we will be using the Stasis Behemoth. For the aspects, we will be using the Diamond Lance and Tectonic Harvest aspects. Diamond Lance is absolutely amazing and received a lot of buffs in the 30th anniversary patch. But for the purpose of this build, we will be focusing on two of them, where killing a PvE combatant with a stasis weapon and shattering a frozen enemy creates a lance for you to use. And Ager's fits perfectly to generate lances multiple different ways. First off, obviously, it's a stasis weapon. Second, with its ability to slow and freeze opponents, you can set up for easy shatters to generate even more lances. And the Diamond Lance's utility should not be slept on. They can be used to freeze a group of enemies to set up for even more shatters. And teammates utilizing light-based subclasses can pick them up to freeze their own targets and combine that with a focusing lens mod from the artifact to deal crazy amounts of damage, but only if it's available for use for the season. And every time you create a lance, you'll be hit with a 7-second cooldown before you can create another. With how easy Ager's makes creating them, you'll always have one up and ready to go. And between the team synergy with focusing lens, freezing more enemies to activate various fragments, Diamond's Lance is a no-brainer for this build, and to top it off, it gives you 3 fragment slots on its own, giving us crazy freedom with our fragment selection. Our next aspect selection is the Tectonic Harvest. Just like the Hunter and Warlock builds, the ability to create stasis shards makes the foundation for the Titans as well. The only downside is you can only create them by shattering stasis crystals. And the only way Titans can make stasis crystals is by using our grenade of choice for this build, the Glacier Grenade. Each grenade will give you access to 5 shards at a time to keep your build running smoothly. You can also use the Super Glacial Quake to create a bunch of crystals to shatter for later. Moving on to the fragments, we have 5 to utilize. The first one will be the Whisper of Bonds that gives you more super energy for defeating frozen targets. When you defeat frozen targets with Agers, it will slow and then freeze surrounding targets, making them easy food for Whisper of Bonds to speed towards the charged super. Diamond Lance can also quickly freeze targets for easy kills to feature super as well. Next up is the Whisper of Fissures, which turns all the shattering you're doing to create shards or simply defeating frozen targets into free damage thanks to the extra damage and area effect that fragment provides. Next up is the Whisper of Torment. It turns incoming damage into free grenade energy so that you can continue to create more stasis shards to fuel your build. This is especially helpful after the 30th anniversary patch, which made Glacier Grenade's base cooldown an insane 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Now we move on to the Whisper of Shards that works hand in hand with Torment, since shattering stasis crystals increases your grenade recharge rate, giving you access to the Glacier Grenade more consistently. And our final fragment is the Whisper of Rhyme that focuses on survivability by giving you pieces of an overshield for every stasis shard that you collect for 10 seconds. You can even indefinitely keep the overshield if you keep creating more shards. The last thing you should set up for your subclass is to use the Towering Barricade. You can even use this to break your own Glacier Nades to make shards without the need to shoot them yourself. And with that out of the way, let's move over to our armor and our mods. The exotic armor we're going with for this build is the Precious Scars. This exotic brings the ability Kintsugi, which gives you a burst of healing to you and your teammates near you. The healing effect has a range of about 15 meters and gives you an estimated 45 health. This part of the effect has a 3-second cooldown, but 45 health for defeating targets every 3 seconds could save your team in drawn out fights with no cover. And you get all these benefits for final blows with a weapon matching your subclass element. And since we're using Behemoth, Ager's fits perfectly. On top of that, we have the secondary effect. When you revive or are revived, you give you and nearby allies an aura of overshield, allowing you to get teammates out of harm's way with ease. This is especially helpfall in Grandmaster Nightfalls. The combination of healing from Precious Scars and overshield from Whisper of Rhyme and reviving your teammates makes you a difficult Titan to take down, as well as buffing the survivability of your team. Moving on to the mods, to use the stasis shards to their greatest potential, we will be using elemental shards that allows your stasis shards to be counted as stasis elemental wells. This will allow the mod Spot on Wisdom and Might to activate, giving you 5 tiers of intellect for 31 seconds from Wisdom and 20% damage boost from your stasis weapons for 11 seconds. You also want to use the mod Elemental Ornaments so that final blows with your Ager Scepter and other stasis weapons have a chance to create a stasis well to keep those benefits going as long as possible. Make sure to also use double grenade kickstart on your arms as well as double bomber on your class item. If you combine those mods with 100 discipline, you'll have access to your glacier grenade every 15 seconds. Check it out. And that's not including the benefits from the Whisper of Torment that allows you to continue to make stasis crystals to shatter into shards to continue to power this build. Also, make sure to use trace rifle ammo finders, reserves, and scavengers to keep ammo in your scepter. If you want to add more consistency to the build, try out artifact mods if they are available, such as Resonance Siphon to restore your ability energy when you or your team stun champions, which can help in in-game PvE content, or the Well of Potency, which can come in handy for building super energy for Agers, since matching elemental wells grants you super energy. As for weapons, of course Agers will be the exotic. But as for the energy and heavy, I recommend an ag clearing weapon like an SMG or an auto rifle, or any champion stunning primary with the matching mod, of course. And then for the heavy, the Reed's Regret Stasis Linear Fusion Rifle is a godsend, especially since it can drop with the perk Headstone, which creates a stasis crystal on precision final blows. You can use these crystals to create shards, and since it's a stasis weapon, it can also create stasis wells on final blows. Last but not least, here's the stat spread that I recommend. 100 discipline in my opinion is a must, since the glacier grenade is tied to your ability to create stasis shards to power the build. On top of that, you can get the cooldown to about 15 seconds with the mods that I mentioned earlier. 50 intellect is just like the hunter and the warlock builds, since the fauna wisdom can take care of 5 tiers for you basically for free. And I suggest 80 or above resilience, since it's tied to your class ability, and you can use the shield to easily break stasis crystals and keep you and your team safe at all times. The rest is honestly personal preference. Now that's the build Ager Scar, the last of the Scepter builds for now. Ager Scepter is an absolute blast to use on all characters. Like I said in my initial review of the weapon, Ager sets a new bar quality we should expect from our exotics moving forward. It completely ties abilities and weapons in perfect harmony and is a blast to build with. Tell me in the comment section below what you could do to make this weapon even better. And if you have seen my other Scepter builds, which one is your favorite? I'd love to hear it. Thanks for your time, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.